Hello, and thank you for coming to Top Class Actions, our Facebook page, Instagram, YouTube channels. We really appreciate you. I'm going to start out today talking about a number of class action lawsuits and settlements that are pretty darn awesome. And this first one is right near and dear to my heart, or actually my stomach. Thankfully, my beautiful bride likes to cook lots of yummy things, and so we actually get garlic naan on a regular basis. She gets this from the grocery store. It's through a company called FGF Brands, which makes a brand called Stonefire. And the Stonefire naan bread, it turns out, is not actually baked in an authentic tandoor oven. And we covered this class action in November 2018. I guess they originally advertised that this naan was cooked in tandoor ovens. Well, I just checked, and now they've updated it to say that it's actually hand-stretched, authentic, and cooked in a patented tandoor tunnel oven. It's no longer stating that it's cooked in an authentic tandoor oven, which of course is clay. So this settlement is coming out, will provide $2.50 per product purchased, up to 5 of them without proof of purchase. So we'll do the math there. That's $12.50 you'll be able to claim without receipts. But if you're like me and you tend to have this at least once a month, you could get some significant cash back as long as you go ahead and submit those receipts. Next one is the Genentech class action lawsuit. It alleges costly and wasteful packaging. Turns out Genentech makes cancer drugs. So when, of course, you're going out and getting these cancer drugs, it's very, very expensive. Well, they give this certain type of cancer drug in just 2 sizes, which contain more of the medicine than the doctor actually prescribes sometimes. Well, this insurance company had to pay for unused cancer drugs, which amounted to almost $12,000 that had to get thrown away because Genentech didn't offer a vial with the lower amount of medicine in it. So of course, Genentech's still getting paid whether you use all the medicine or not. That's a big problem. All they would have to do is issue another vial size to make sure that, patients and their doctors aren't throwing away this incredibly pricey cancer medicine. So we'll see what happens here. It's the drug Rituxan. So keep an eye out here. If you unfortunately had to go through cancer therapy, you may be impacted by it because, of course, if you're spending too much, your copay increases, and that all hits you in your pocket. It's not just your insurance company. Arizona iced tea. Yummy Arizona Arnold Palmer's, a very popular brand. Well, they got hit with the class action alleging that they can't call their drink calorie free because it turns out that as long as that drink has 5 calories or less, you can claim that it's calorie free. But these yummy cans of 0-calorie Arnold Palmer's actually have 15 calories. So there's this false advertising class action going on, trying to hold these companies accountable. Can't make promises that aren't true. We will keep you in the loop. I used to drink a whole lot of Arizona iced tea Arnold Palmer's. They are delicious. Hopefully they will update their label so it is correct and take care of their dedicated customers, because it's a very popular drink. The next class action involves Uber jump scooters and the lack of safety signals. As many of you know who have rented these Uber jump scooters, I personally have. I got to ride one around in San Diego, and it's a lot of fun. They don't tend to have safety signals, so there's no turn blinkers on it. Well, you had a plaintiff who was on the electric scooter riding around in San Francisco, tried to execute a hand signal, letting people know that she was turning, and boom, got into an accident, dislocated her hip, required several hours of emergency surgery. So the plaintiff is stating that in California, you need to have safety signals on, that you should be able to just drive your scooter around, and just like a motorcycle, hit the button to turn left, hit the button to turn right. Either way, it's very simple. It's just a few dollar part to add to these scooters to make them much more safe. And we'll have to see how this one ends up. We also like to talk about baby powder and talcum powder cancer cases. These are still getting filed. It's been found that talcum powder can cause ovarian cancer. And you have a lot of women, especially in the South, that would be using talcum powder to go ahead and stay fresh on their body. And the interesting thing about these cases, one of the many things about these cases, is that women who developed ovarian cancer, they actually would get their ovaries removed as part of the cancer treatment. Obviously, you want to get that cancer out of your body. And they found talc in the ovaries. And so a lot of these women, when their ovaries are removed, believe it or not, they're actually stored. So they go somewhere, they're actually stored. And so when you file the case, it's a very simple process. The lawyers go ahead and request your medical records. If the ovaries are stored, and believe it or not, many of them are, they can actually just test those ovaries and see the presence of talcum powder, and boom, make sure you qualify. These cases are paying out. They have had hundreds of millions of dollars in verdicts for these cases already. So if you're a loved one, use talcum powder, use baby powder, and develop cancer, you will want to make sure to submit your information, see if you qualify. The next case I would like to talk about today is total loss car motorcycle accident claims. So when you get in a car accident and you file that insurance claim, your insurance pays you out. But many times you aren't paid for the sales tax, the title transfer fees, tag transfer fees, and all these other little fees that you should be paid for because it's money that you spent, or it's money that you have to spend to get a replacement vehicle. Well, these total loss insurance claims, that's what they're going after. So if you were involved in a car accident, motorcycle accident, similar, could even be a boat accident, or had to replace your boat, whatever the case is, and you didn't, you think you might have been shorted on these fees, sign up. The attorneys who are handling it, they'll review your documentation, they'll review your claims, and they'll tell you. And it's a very simple process. If you qualify, you could very well be due money back. You may be able to spend time as the lead plaintiff in a class action. Lead plaintiffs can get paid for their time and effort in a class action. Those payments for lead plaintiffs in class actions typically run from $2,500 to $25,000, sometimes even more. Depends how involved the case is, how much time you have to spend on it, and that is set by the defense, the judge, and the plaintiff lawyers. So if you qualify, make sure that you submit your information. If you're like, I don't know if I actually was paid these things or not, it's worth your time to submit your information. And the attorneys will review it. And if you qualify, great, they'll let you know. That covers things today. Hope you have a fantastic day, and thank you very much for supporting Top Class Actions and coming back here week after week.